Welcome back to homeschool. If you're someone like me, I'm a recovering perfectionist, then you might enjoy the process of planning and mood boarding and dreaming about the things you want to do in your home. But when it comes to actually pulling the trigger, you kind of get stuck because you don't want to make a mistake. So then you're in this place of knowing what you want, being able to visualize it, but not taking steps forward because you don't want to be wrong. And to be fair, these are oftentimes large purchases that we're talking about. Furniture is a bigger investment than a lot of the things that we buy day to day, so I can understand why we don't want to make a purchase before we feel absolutely certain about it. So if you do find yourself stuck in the home design process, then something that I like to do that can kind of ease you out of that is to try small, low-risk experiments. And this is something that I learned with Dr. Sebastian Kernbach, who is a professor and a researcher and also runs the Life Design Lab in Zurich. And he recommends, if you are trying to make big decisions about what to do with your life or your career, to run some small, low-risk experiments and just see what you learn from it. And if you're familiar with design thinking, then you might know this is basically low-cost, low-risk testing, prototyping, seeing what you learn from one version of something and then testing it and trying it again. And this can be applied to developing a product. Dr. Kernbach recommends it for making life decisions, but I also like to apply it to the home design process. One example of a low-risk experiment that I've tried before is open shelving in the kitchen. So if you love the look of open shelving, but you've never actually lived with it, then before you buy or rent a home that has open shelving or renovate your current kitchen to remove your upper cabinets and put open shelving in instead, you might want to just try the experiment of taking the doors off of your current cabinets and just living with that for a week or two and see if you like it. This is something that I did with my kitchen in Austin. I took the doors off of my cabinets. I really loved it, but you might find that having the open shelving collects dust on your plates and you really don't like it, or the look of it feels cluttered after a while. So if you are feeling stuck in some part of the design process in your own home, then try to think of some small experiment that you could run today. It can be really small, it can be just for you, just to see what you can learn about how you like to live in your space. And if you do try anything, please let me know in the comments or send me a message. I'd love to hear about it because I find this really interesting and I hope that you find this useful. So I'll see you next week.